Good morning. Welcome to the Community for Conscious Living weekly live broadcast. Today is Sunday, February 4th of 2024. The Community for Conscious Living is a community dedicated to personal transformation for universal harmony, healing the planet by making inspired changes in ourselves and in our daily lives that create a sustainable environment in a peaceful world. Today's topic is about not letting yesterday's anger, our past anger, determine the reality of today. Right? We all have things that we carry from our past, whether it's learned behaviors that we learned from parents or siblings or, caretakers, teachers, whatever, or whether it's just memories from our past that are still living inside of us that haven't been resolved yet, or parts of us that feel oppressed, suppressed, hurt, that react to situations in front of us as if they're like still trying to express what needed to be expressed back when. That's a part of human nature. We all have it. It doesn't make you bad or wrong or anything like that, but it does bring our opportunity for healing, for bringing awareness, for bringing discernment. And when we have a little awareness and discernment to those places, and we can like relieve that pressure valve and let those places be seen and heard and loved today, then we can let that, like, as I said, release that pressure valve so that we have more freedom to be present with what is in front of us in the moment, in any moment, and be able to speak authentically, lovingly, discerningly from the what is present for us in the moment rather than what we're still ticked off about from when we were children or, maybe from a month ago, who knows. It's it doesn't mean that we become soft pansies or anything like that. It means that we are honest, that we are in our inner authority, in our strength, in our truth. And when you come from that place, you can speak from that place with love, with compassion, with acceptance, with all of those beautiful things that we aspire to be without losing the inner strength and the inner power and the truth. Jesus said, speak the truth in love, right? And when we speak the truth in love, that means we're not coming from a place of pain, anger, force, any of that. We're coming from, and it is what it is, right? We're coming from a place of, I am present with what is before me, and I am responding from a place of truth of what is within me in this moment. All right. So that is our mission, if we choose to accept it, for today's meditation and healing circle. Let's go ahead and come into our circle, sitting side by side, shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, knee to knee, coming together as one. And let's bring everything to face toward the center of our circle, facing toward the center. Let's bring your head, your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth, all of your sensory organs to face toward the center. And take a breath into your heart center and then bring your heart space, funnel of energy from the front of your chest. Bring that to face toward the center also. And take a breath into your core, into your body and your belly. Bring your belly to face forward also. That hara, that ball of energy at the front of your belly space, bring your hips, your knees, everything as much as you can to be centered to the space forward. Excuse my squeaky chair if you hear that. Just bring everything to face toward the center. And together, let's call on our source as we meet as one at the very center of the wheel, the hub of the wheel. And together we call on our source, in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your pure divine light. Let's imagine, feel perceive in whatever way you perceive this light streaming into the center of our circle, into the space right there where all of your awareness is, where all of your consciousness is gathered, right? Because we have so many parts of ourselves that can get scattered in a bunch of different directions, right? So we bring everything to face forward to be together, and then we call on this light from our source to come and stream into the space right in front of you, and then use your breath and breathe that into your body and let it come in through all of your senses, your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth, your throat, your heart, your belly, everything. Just let all of the pores of your skin absorb this pure divine light, and let this light stream through the top of your head. And if you're sitting up straight, vertically, if you're sitting in a chair, just elongate your spine and let the top of your head, the very crown, lift up. Not with your head facing up or your eyes facing up, your eyes facing straight ahead with even a little slight downward when it pulls the top of the crown up. And let that light come in through your crown and move all the way vertically through your body, through the very center and halfway front to back, halfway side to side. Let that be filled with light. As this light surrounds you and is absorbed through your pores, through your skin, and with your breath, draw all of that light into this vertical core. As this light streams through your core, and let it move all the way through, all the way along the front of your spine, all the way to your base, right along the very center. And as you absorb into your pores, letting this light from the outside meet the light from the inside, and the light from the inside emanate and meet the light from the outside, all contained within you. And there is like no inner and no outer, as my teacher used to say. Let it all be one light, filling your entire being with pure divine light. In the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate, we call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your eternal compassion. Imagine this compassion streaming into the circle. And this compassion is the container. It's the ocean of living consciousness, right? It is an ocean. It is a womb. Just imagine a fluid-filled womb. And you are in this womb and you are being surrounded, immersed, held, supported, sustained, nurtured, cared for in this ocean of living consciousness that is your consciousness, and it holds you in pure compassion. Let yourself be filled with light and held and surrounded in this ocean of compassion. This reminds me of those bright jellyfish, that the one that is luminescent, right, that floats in the water, that is held in the ocean. It shines its light. And as you breathe that light into your core, as you exhale, drop down and let yourself land into your hips, land into your pelvic bowl, and just be held. Let your whole body rest into this ocean of compassion. Your whole being rest into this ocean of compassion. Be held, be contained, be nurtured, be cared for. Be supported, be loved, be accepted. In the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. Again, we call on our source. Call directly on your source. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your unconditional love Imagine, perceive this unconditional love streaming into the center of our circle, streaming all the way in. And let your heart center just breathe that love into the center of your chest, right? Let that funnel of energy from the front of your heart space just be like a funnel. Let that love stream in through that funnel and breathe it in. Use your breath to breathe it all the way into the center of your chest. And as you exhale, just blow out any of the clutter, any of the tension. If you need to do some tapping around the center of your chest to help that loosen up, or down the sides of your neck and under your collarbones, all around your chest, just do that tapping there. Let that tension, that clutter, that constriction break up. And then blow that all out. And as you inhale, draw that unconditional love in deeper and deeper through your heart center. Again, exhaling the clutter, the tension. Breathe in deeper and deeper and deeper. Exhale. Let it go. And breathe in again, breathing that unconditional love in deeper and deeper into your heart space, all the way, that funnel that extends from the front of your heart center, heart chakra. It goes all the way in through your body into that vertical core of pure divine light. So breathe it all the way in until that unconditional love is like a funnel pouring into your vertical core, all the way in, filling your core with unconditional love, letting that light and love mix inside. Fill your entire being. And again, inhale all of your energy into your core, and exhale, drop down, land into your pelvic bowl. And just let your entire core of your being be filled with pure divine light, unconditional love in this ocean of living consciousness, the eternal compassion. Filling your entire being, and let yourself rest. Let yourself rest into this beautiful ocean. And just be a witness. Let's call on the divine power of the witness. And the divine power of the witness is one of the most beautiful healing powers there is, because it allows us to let go of attachment, let go of a need to please, let go of a need to be any certain way. But this is the witnessing of what is in the current moment. The divine power of the witness is a Shahid, Shahid, Shahid. Shahid. So we call in the divine power of Shahid. And just ask for, you are a being, right? Created in the image. You contain all of the divine powers within you as individuated powers for you to uncover and experience and express, right? It's all breathed into, it's a part of your consciousness, right? It's something within the ocean of living consciousness. It's a part of you. So just call on Shahid. And again, let that fall into your body, like be absorbed into your body, and like tapping a tuning fork. The knowledge of Shahid, the experience of Shahid is within you. So as you call Shahid, which Shahid is the name in the sacred language, right? And so it vibrates, it resonates at the same frequency of the energy within you. So it's like tapping a tuning fork, putting one tuning fork next to another. So when you call on Shahid, you're tapping that tuning fork, activating bringing your awareness and attention to that activation of the divine witness, and to bring that vibration, that sound into your own physical body, and it begins to activate Shahid, the witness, at the core of your being. Shahid, the witness. And let yourself, let yourself fall into this witnessing, and let the beauty and the power of Ash-Shahid, Ya Shahid, Ya Shahid, so let it begin to clear you of those attachments, to what may be hanging on from your past, and let it bring in the clear witnessing so that you can witness yourself, so that you can be the clear witness of the true self without attachment. And take a full breath, breathe that in, let yourself drop deeper into your heart center, where you can drop into that place in the center of your heart where the vision is more clear, and just allow yourself to be witnessed. And just, you can even say that, I allow myself to be witnessed. And when you say that, you're probably going to feel some places in your body that say, not me, or, go into a little constriction, and that's okay. That's normal human behavior, as we all hold things that we don't want to be seen, and we have a right to do that, right? We have a right to do that. That's called self-preservation, protection, and the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. The beauty of healing is you can call directly on your source. Your source is the all-knowing who already knows what's in you, knows everything that's ever happened, knows what's at the core of all of those places that don't want to be seen, knows what covers them. And what is at the base of everything that does not want to be seen is a place that feels like it has been separated from truth, right? And has been separated from protection, has been separated from love. And within that is the place that knows the truth, the protection, and the love. You have to know it before you can recognize that you've been separated from it, right? So when I say that your source is the one who knows, and knows what's behind and behind and behind and behind and behind, as my teacher used to say, all the way to the truth, the core truth is that divine essence within you. The core truth is the pure light that was breathed into your being, that ocean of living consciousness that contains the knowledge of all of the divine powers, the divine attributes. And we are here on our human journey we come in as these pure beings, knowing with this pure light and this incredible life force energy. As the poet Rumi says, you are not a drop in the ocean, you are the ocean in a drop. Your drop contains the entire knowledge of all of the ocean. You contain that within you. And our human journey is such that we perceive ourselves as separating from that knowledge and from that connection and from our source. And then we have all kinds of things that happen in the world we experience that cause us to constrict and cover over our places of constriction. And the uncovering and the healing of that returns us back to the knowledge of the truth within. That's the healing journey. To heal means to make whole, means to return back to the knowledge that you have, back to that connection, to that oneness, to the drop that is the ocean. So when you call on Ya Shahid, this is all of that knowledge, all the way to the truth. So just call directly on your source and know that this is between you and your source, who already knows and holds all of the threads, connecting all of the dots, all of the way back to the truth within you. And for all of those places that don't want to be seen, or in constriction, or still holding out for some resolution from the past, all of that is okay to be there, and let those places, even those places, just have some witnessing. Whatever you're comfortable with at this time, just let that witnessing fall on them, and notice the places where you hold the walls, and let those walls be witnessed. Let them be witnessed. It was very interesting. I had an experience yesterday where I had someone, and actually this is going to be next week's topic. I had someone who had anger from her past really dump and unload on me, and she said some things that were hurtful and really caused me to question some things. And next week we're going to be talking about when people unload their anger on you. Today we're talking about when you hold anger that comes out when it's not necessarily relevant to the present moment. And this happened yesterday, and I was on the receiving end, and I was in meditation this morning, and I recognized it's like, okay, but that, there's a opportunity for me to really explore, so I can bring you even more into today's meditation. And I recognize, but today is about when I have done that with other people. So I had to just sit with that and say, okay, where have I done this most recently? And I was able to come up with a situation with one of my sisters where I probably dumped on her a little too hard, venting my own frustrations. And so I had to just kind of within myself, just feel the sorrow for that, the remorse for that, and just within myself, I haven't spoken with her, just to say, wow, I'm sorry for having perhaps caused her pain by putting things on her that weren't necessarily relevant to the present moment. There was a thread, yes, but definitely more opportunity for more clear communication rather than just dumping. So I had to make, in the Sufi teachings, what we call the tauba, to ask for the forgiveness on that, and to return myself from that place to the place of authenticity inside. So if you notice a place inside yourself where you feel like, yeah, maybe I dumped a little too hard when I could have taken a breath and found a way to communicate more effectively. Or maybe you've communicated and just lost it. But there's still an opportunity there, because words go out and they have an impact. And we really don't want our hurt and anger to cause damage to other people and put them into a state of hurt and anger, which then causes damage to other people, and so on, right? We want the opposite. We want to be of that authenticity where we can speak from our sincerity. As Jesus said, speak the truth in love. And we want to be able to set that example and then have that be rippled out and rippled out and rippled out. That's because everything does have an impact. Sound waves cause a ripple, like dropping a pebble in a pond. You know how the water ripples out in a circle? So again, allow yourself to be witnessed with the witnessing of the pure, unconditional love. And if you feel there is a place there that feels like, oh yeah, maybe I was a little off there and I'm sorry. Just bring that I'm sorry. Speaking directly to your source. In this moment, speak directly to your source. And if your heart feels the remorse and the sorrow, again, turn that directly to your source and let that light and unconditional love come right into that place. If it's pain or wounding or whatever it may be, the crack is the place where the light gets in. Just let the light go right in to bring love and compassion and healing right into that place inside of you. Breathe that in gently and let that place be filled and surrounded and held in this pure compassion. To be held in the pure compassion and to be filled with the unconditional love. One of the reasons we hold those blocks and barriers is because we humans put conditions on love, and we feel like, this place can't be seen because to feel this hurt and this pain is vulnerable, and I have to protect it, or I did wrong here and I can't let this part of myself be seen, or I feel shame around something, or guilt, or unworthiness. Love is unconditional. It doesn't care. It is love. And love loves. That's all it knows how to do. The pure love has incredible infinite wisdom. And it loves unconditionally. So those places where you might be holding a condition on whether or not love can come in to a place within you, just notice that. Because we are the ones that hold the conditions. And if you can, just gently let the love surround those places within you. You can take them one at a time if you wish. Just let it be surrounded by unconditional love. Ya Wadud, Ya Wadud, Ya Wadud. Wadud is the divine name for the power of unconditional love. So let that unconditional love surround those places. And if the place is able or ready to soften and allow that love to seep in like pure, clean water, let that seep in. Let that place inside of you be filled with love. Pure divine light, unconditional love, eternal compassion, being witnessed and receiving the unconditional love. And again, if your heart feels sorrow or remorse, or whatever it is that your heart may be feeling, again, just let that unconditional love come in deep into that place. And for the places, as I mentioned, needing to communicate more clearly from a sincere, authentic place inside yourself, just ask for some clarity around that. I like to ask myself, what am I feeling? So you can ask yourself, what am I feeling here? And the next question is, what do I need? What do I need? What am I feeling? And what do I need? And in this moment, as it may be there's someone you need to communicate with that is not in front of you right now. So let yourself be face to face with your source. This is between your heart and the heart of your source. And again, from that, what am I needing? What are you needing? Let yourself be heart to heart with your source and ask directly for what you are needing. This is on the level of the divine powers, the vibrational level, right? And this is going to more clearly awaken you to the need within you. Your heart can receive. And just let your heart receive, like turning that funnel from the front of your heart space. It's like facing the light of your source right in front of you, and breathe it in. Let it come in. Let it fill that place in your heart with whatever it is that you're needing. And again, let that be also infused and saturated with the unconditional love, that pure unconditional love. And if it feels okay for you, feels right, play with this. You can whisper a gentle ooh. It's a subtle H, and then the ooh, you. Ooh, and whisper that right into the center of your heart. Just letting that ooh, it's that divine breath you breathed into you. Ooh, ooh is like used as like a pronoun for divine, for source. And it has many, many hidden meanings within it. Gently just place it right into the center of your chest and whisper it, breathing it into the very center of your heart. And let it help your heart to relax and receive that love even deeper into the center of your being. And whatever it is that your heart is needing, that you've determined you need, even that to be seen, to be heard, to be witnessed, to be acknowledged, to be valued, to be understood, to be cared for, to be protected. All of this is within the realms of the divine powers. Let it come in right now with that whoo breath, breathing that deep into the center of your chest. Take a full and gentle breath into your core. And as you exhale, just blow out any of the excess, any of the clutter, and let that light and that love and that compassion and whatever else you're needing there, let it take hold at the core of your being. Let it become firmly integrated into your core. Strength of spirit and strength of form become one at the core of your being. Ya Pawi, strength of spirit, Ya Matin, strength of form, coming together to strengthen you at your core. And this doesn't mean the strength that makes you stronger so you can go beat up more on people who aren't giving you what you need. This means the inner strength to carry, just the absolute matter of fact. This is what is, and anything else is not from the truth. Right? All of those other places where you felt like you were not worthy or not enough or not valued, any of those places have no more connection from within you, right? So let them go, let them be lifted out, and let this strength of spirit and strength of form just be solidified at your core. The truth is, we're set up in this life journey in relationships with people that mirror things for us, that lead us back to this place of, wow, what did I feel separated from on the divine realms? And what am I yearning to return to reconnect with, to have knowledge of and certainty of within myself? Did I forget that I am valued? Did I forget that I'm completely connected and protected? Did I forget that I am acknowledged and seen and heard? And that I am an ocean in the drop? Right? The people around us set up those experiences and opportunities for us to see, like, oh, there's a place in me that's missing my connection with this divine attribute, this divine power. So let yourself use this opportunity to reconnect with that divine power, the ocean within your drop. The truth is, we can write things with people. That's our expression of love and compassion and honesty and sincerity, authenticity in the world. But the people themselves cannot give us what our spirits need on the deep level. And that is where, when we're in that state of separation, we want the people on the outside to give us these things that we are missing from inside of ourselves, when the truth is, nothing can give that to us other than returning to our source to receive them. When we put the expectations on the people are the people. People are the people. And we are part of the people as well. So to really get the needs met, we've got to travel back into this inner place and reconnect and commune with Source in order to deeply receive what we need, because our true healing and wholeness comes from there. And then from there, we can go out and we can speak the truth in love. We can speak from our authentic, true selves with sincerity, with compassion, with also with strength and with the, real straightness. So breathe that in. Let it solidify at your core. Let it strengthen you in your core. And again, as you inhale, just draw all of those places in to the core, all of those places. Yeah, all of the parts of you into the core of your being, into that central channel of that pure divine light and unconditional love that runs through the top of your head, all the way through the center of your body, halfway front to back, halfway side to side, and all the way through your base. Call all of the parts of you into that core. Breathe into your heart, and as you exhale, drop down and land into your pelvic bowl. And just let your strength of spirit, Ya Qawi, and strength of form, Ya Mateen, merge in your vertical core. As we say, Kun Fayakun, be and it is, be and it is, be and it is. And just as you sit in, again, the witness space from here, Ya Shahid, the witness, as you sit into this witness space, just ask, is there anything needed for you to make amends with anyone outside of yourself? And take a moment, if you have pen and paper, and just write down whatever words come to you that you may want to express, that you may want to share with someone, to help to release the tension between you on the outer material planes, so that you open the opportunity, the doors, to speak as you need to speak, act as you need to act, be present with what you need to be present with, and clear the constriction from the air. And take a moment right now and write it down. And if you feel like you want to make a commitment to yourself and your source to follow through on this, you can do that. If you feel like you need more time, this recording will be up. You can always come back to it and work with it some more. I also do one-on-one sessions, private sessions, so you're welcome to contact me for specific help as well through my website, communityforconsciousliving.com. Let's see if you need. And let yourself, again, breathe that into your heart, and let yourself lean back, like your conscious body, lean back toward the back of your heart space, like leaning up against your spine, and breathe that gentle into your heart. And again, feeling that strength of spirit and strength of form merging and strengthening along your vertical core. Kun Fayakun, be and it is, be and it is, be and it is. And as we bring this to a close, let me just take a minute, and I think some of us went pretty deep today. So take a minute and just wiggle your toes, stretch out your feet, circle your ankles, and put your feet on the ground if they're not on the ground, and feel your connection with the earth. Do the same with your fingers and your wrists and your hands. Stretch everything out and touch your chair or whatever's underneath you, the bed, the table in front of you, whatever there is there. Touch something. So really let yourself be staying in your body and connected and grounded to the earth. right? Our meditations are never about leaving the body and then coming back. They're always about bringing that connection with spirit and with these divine powers into your physical body so that you be them, live them, move with them, express them, act from them, and let them act through you as you move through the world, being a representative of spirit and form, God willing, as we all are, as we all are representative of spirit and form. We want to become clearer and clearer and clearer, representative of spirit and form, as we allow ourselves to be more and more embodied by this pure divine light, unconditional love, eternal compassion. So we breathe it, we be it, we act it. It is it. It is us, so we is it. Okay. Now, if you're listening to the recording, if you're on Facebook, click that link, come join us for Q&A and discussion. If you're listening to the recording, you can find information for joining us live, because you are invited to join us live on Sundays at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. U.S. Pacific Time. Find information for joining us live at communityforconsciousliving.com, communityforconsciousliving.com. That's where you can also sign up to receive a free breakthrough session, and we can talk about whether it's a fit for us to work together. If you want some private sessions, some private session work, be happy to work with you there. At the very least, sign up to receive the reminders and replays of these events and other events that we have. When you do, you receive 2 free gifts. One is a one-sheet downloadable PDF, 10 spiritual principles of our human existence to help us to remember the truth of who we are, what this world is about, why we're here, what this earth journey is, right? And the other one is a 15-minute downloadable guided meditation that I hope you will download and make a part of your daily practice to help you to connect with the pure divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion that is the truth of who you are at your core. All right. And with that, I thank you very much for being here today. I look forward to the Q&A and see you next week.